Mhm.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Iman Mwai,
And my name is Tolulope Sobowale.
and we are here from our company to help you resolve the issue that was raised by your company.
And that will be the issue for the need of security and IDS. Now, we understand the uniqueness and complexity of each small businesses and been able to find a way for them to access or be able to implement our network into their devices.
Now, the network that we have here will have a cloud system, such as an Amazon AWS cloud server, to help store any data on a cloud system that's coming in from the outside zone. But that data will already be authenticated by the access point in our DMZ zone to make sure that it is free of any malware or spyware or any viruses. We will also have a VoIP server that will distribute any calls coming in from the outside zone and going on onto our PCs. Now, our multiple service server will authenticate any services that will be used by our devices in the inside zone, such as accessing the internet or using an email. And the proxy server that we have here will prevent any attacks coming in from the outside zone.
For our this network, we've decided to use the backups of different differential backup on-sites and both off-sites, and also the cloud backup system.
The network services that we will be providing will be file transfer, which will be stored on port 20, the secure shell, which will be stored on port 22, the hypertext transfer protocol, which will be stored on port 443, which will be secured, with the unsecure version of hypertext protocol being on port 80, and we will have POP3, one of the email protocols, on port 110, and we will have port 25 holding the simple mail transfer protocol.
Now, when it comes to the impact for the employees to modify, there won't be a lot because we would also be updating and changing fingerprints and photo ID for employees in the network system or working in the network system every 1 to 2 months.
The security systems that we have in place will be biometric authentication, such as my partner has mentioned, and the change of facial IDs of your employees that will happen 6 to 8 months or whenever the policy that you will put in place will allow. And we will have the zero trust policy put in place in our network to make sure that any data or any device that is added onto our network will be carefully authenticated and verified, and it will constantly be checked for any malware or spyware.
We have also decided for this network, the best backup we should have for disasters or fires should be offsite backups and the cloud, since they will always be there anyway.
And we will also be implementing differential backups that will constantly change the backup or constantly change any data that has been changed since the previous backup in our network.
We have also been able to identify our network design needs by recognizing our customer need by giving them a reliable and trustworthy network that is accessible to all businesses. Also by planning the network implementation, constructing a prototype network, and fully documenting the design, just like it is on the packet tracer, we've also been able to make sure to identify our network design needs.
Now, the network architecture that we will be using will be server-based, such as domain controlled, which will verify the users in the network and will reply to any authentication requests coming out from the DMZ zone. Now, the code of ethics that we will be following will be the CIA, which will be confidentiality, integrity, and availability, and AAA, which will be added to that.
We've decided the cost that would be for this network would be about 580,212. Now, that is not a lot because we're going to be using two servers and extra firewalls to make sure that this network is completely tight. And there'll be a lot of risk, like the risk of any failure, attacks, or any vulnerability between is very low. And we want to keep it that way with the help of our white hackers and in network security system, which is also going to add more to the budget.
Thank you so much for coming to our presentation, and I hope that you will consider the network that we will be implementing for you for your needs. Thank you.